Welcome to the Mother-Daughter Date Podcast. I'm Jennifer Valentine, here with my beautiful daughter, Georgia.
Hey, I'm Georgia. I'm really excited to be here.
Are you, though?
I'm so excited. I just wanted to show off that I got my nails done.
Well, people can't. Well, if the people are listening to the podcast, they can't see your nails. But if people are watching it,
for people who can't see them, they're long, they're square. One hand is pink and metallic, and one hand is like a silvery blue metallic. And they're gorgeous. So if you can't see them, that sucks. For you.
You know what else sucks?
What?
Is there something wrong with my eye? Like for the last 2 days, it's been watering like crazy. And I looked it up on the web, and there's about 10 different reasons why your eye could be watering.
You never, ever, 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 ever search up symptoms on the web.
Why?
Because it always says you're going to die. Always, always, always.
Well, it didn't say that.
Do you know how many times I've searched things up and it's like, you will die? Just go to the doctor.
You know, it's funny.
A lot.
I had an appointment with the doctor just the other day, and I forgot to ask about the eye. But in any case, whatever. It could be a bunch of different things. So I'll figure it out. But it's watering, so it's a little bit puffy. So if you are watching the podcast, you'll be able to see that.
You literally can't.
Really?
It's fine.
Okay,
no,
I
not
put a bunch
all.
of powder on it. We are doing one of my favorite things that we do on this podcast. The signs are right in front of you. Do you not know what we're doing?
Oh.
Never have I ever.
I've never knew that. We were playing that today.
I have never. I have. People love this game.
People do. You know why? Because it exposes people. Now I'm nervous.
Are you? So am I. Because you know why we're nervous. We don't know the questions beforehand. We haven't even
We
read
could
them.
have. We just chose not to read them because we
It's more
didn't
fun.
want to. We really could have. It's not like, oh my gosh, we couldn't read them before. We could have. We have decided to give ourselves more stress for the excitement for the audience.
Yes, and I'm excited. So we're going to get right into it. So who wants to go first? You or me?
It doesn't matter, but I do have a question because...
Well, you have a question before we look at the questions?
Yeah. Can I have a pen?
Oh, I'll have a pen too, please.
Please. I love
Please.
having pens on this podcast.
We need pens.
You know
pens.
what? Can I just say...
Thanks.
Thank you.
A marker or pen?
Pen.
From our personal assistant.
Can I just say, every time that you use a pen on this podcast, you look so smart because as you're talking, you're writing and it looks like you're writing something important. How many clips I've looked at myself and I'm writing, and I bet you I'm just writing a smiley face or like something stupid.
Or something dirty, because that's what you do.
No.
Oh, God. I know what you write. I know what you doodle.
What do I doodle? No, I don't.
Okay. All right.
When have you ever like picked up a piece of paper and been like, oh my God, there's like
The last podcast.
When?
I don't want to talk about it.
I just
You're
drew
my daughter.
a dick. I totally didn't.
Okay. Then what was it?
I
A
have
rocket
never.
ship?
I didn't do that. People are gonna think I actually just draw dicks on a paper. I don't.
Okay, let's not talk about it. Let's not call it a dick. It's a penis.
It's the same thing.
I know, but penis sounds. Let's call it
Male genitals.
Thank you.
Dick.
We're not putting that
Dickies,
in the
like the
podcast.
jeans.
Oh. Or they're like the little dickie. Do you know like the fake turtleneck that you put into
Little
your
dickie.
No, like it's like a turtleneck, but it's not a full turtleneck. It's like it's called a dickie.
A little dickie.
No, it's do you know what I'm talking about? Seriously,
No.
it's a turtleneck.
Oh, yes,
and then
yes.
it's got a piece of material, and it's
Just wear a
sticks into the
turtleneck.
shirt. But why? Because then it's really heavy underneath. So you don't want to wear a
Wear
turtleneck
a
and
light
a sweater.
turtleneck.
Why don't you just wear a dickie, a little dickie?
Some people don't have to wear little dickies because they already have one.
So we've got pens in our hands. We look smart. You look a little smarter than me because you're left-handed, but that's okay. We'll see who the smart one is. So you go first, Georgia.
Never have I ever snuck in somewhere.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Of course I have. Where have you snuck in?
I don't want to say.
You have to say. This is the fun part about it. You said, let's
Well, let me.
share. You're thinking about it. Don't try to modify the story. Just say it. We can edit
I want to
this.
get a job when I'm older.
You're not. It's too late.
No, it's not.
All the stuff that we posted, you're never getting a job. Sorry. I've ruined your career.
I know you really have. I'm 20 and my career's ended.
No, it's not. It's only just begun.
Where have I snuck in? A lot of places.
Bars?
Yes.
Have you snuck in underage? Have you had
No.
fake ID?
No.
Okay.
Where have I snuck in? Restaurants. I've snuck into the backs of restaurants sometimes.
Why do you need to sneak into a restaurant? Is there a
I wanted to
lineup?
see what it looked like.
Yeah, but were they not letting you in the front door?
No, they let me in the front door.
But
I wanted to see the back kitchen.
Oh, okay.
I've snuck in VIP areas all the time. All the time at bars.
Oh, okay. Is there? So I don't know. I haven't been to a bar in a really long time. Are there VIP
Like clubs
areas?
and stuff. Yeah, if someone has a table or like there's a VIP area that you pay to get into,
Yeah.
there's usually just like a sneakier way to get in. Dasha and I did it in Atlantic City, and we got up to this, like we were in a club, and there's a first floor and second floor, and we got onto the second floor.
Ooh, love it.
Like things like that. Not anything. I haven't like snuck into anywhere bad.
I snuck in to a TIFF party, the Toronto International Film Festival party, where there were many, many celebrities at the party, including Robert De Niro. So that was a big sneak in for me.
Wow.
Yeah. And that was a little scary because we definitely were not supposed to be in there.
Well,
Media,
it would just be embarrassing
were
to
not
get kicked
invited.
out. It would be embarrassing to get kicked out.
And we almost got kicked out. They asked us to leave. Yeah,
Oh.
they did. They asked us to leave. They said, "What are you doing here?" Somebody came up because there were no media allowed, and they realized that we were media. And they said, "This is a private party and you're not supposed to be here. And you weren't supposed to be taking photos." And some of the people that I snuck in with were taking photos. And that was it was a big no.
Well, then that's just like, why would you even do that?
It was so much fun. We got to meet like Woody Harrelson. Who else did I meet? Greg? Who was at that party? You were there. So Robert De Niro was there. Woody Harrelson, from what I remember. Who's the guy in the movie that you cried about for days and cried and cried and cried?
Bradley Cooper?
Yes.
I love Bradley Cooper.
I know Bradley Cooper was there.
Oh my God. I would
ha-
take a picture with Bradley Cooper and get kicked out.
We had a moment.
I don't want to know about that.
Why?
That's not, no, I don't want to know.
I made out with Bradley Cooper.
d-
Don't tell your father. I did. I'm kidding. Don't be ridiculous.
believe
didn't
you.
even. He didn't even talk to me.
Your turn.
Oh, it's my turn. Okay. Never have I ever flashed someone.
No. Dasha? Does anyone know Dasha?
You flashed your girlfriend.
We've all have.
I have flashed someone.
I don't need to know.
Why? It's a fun story.
Okay, who?
Okay.
Bradley Cooper.
No, people that I worked with. They did. So I was out at a wildlife conservation area, and there was a canoe that we could go out in, and I decided to stay on the shore. And some of the people that I was working with went out onto the water, some of my friends, and they paddled out very, very far, and I thought it would be funny if I flashed them because they can't really see, right? They knew something was going on, so I flashed them.
Oh, and they didn't even see.
Not really. It was way too far away. But they kind of knew I
That
flashed
wasn't as
them.
exciting as I thought it would be.
Really?
No.
Have you ever been flashed? That's the question.
Yeah, all my friends.
Forget about have I ever flashed someone? Let's talk about has someone ever flashed you? Because I've had a flasher.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Like an actual flasher with the trench coat. It was a man. He was a redhead. He was a natural redhead,
Did
if
you
you know what I
laugh?
mean. Yeah, no, it wasn't funny. So I was inside a school for an indoor soccer game, and I was outside the gym, and I was sitting on the staircase with my girlfriend, and this man came running over to us, stood right in front of us with the trench coat. Like, that was the funny part, is that he actually had a trench coat on, and he opened up the trench coat and exposed himself to us. I guess we giggled a little bit. So there you go. I've been flashed. Like, by a real flasher. If you're going to be a real flasher,
I've been flashed on Omegle.
what?
On
Really?
Yeah. Because you go, like,
I know Omegle.
yeah, when
'Cause
I was
I've-
younger, I'd go on and then people would be doing stuff. And,
Did you have to be really young to go on that?
You have to be old. I think you have to be 18. I went on in middle school. Like, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, because I went on with you once, remember?
Oh,
You
yeah.
were like,
but,
"Hey,
yeah, but
everyone,
we
this
were
is
in
my mom."
university. Yeah, but we were older.
Yeah. That was fun. I wish they had that when I was a kid.
No, you don't.
Why? Is it
Because
not
you talk
good?
to strangers. It's the definition of do not do that on the internet.
Yes, but the French guy from Toronto, I do not know how to do the French
It's okay if you're doing it
accent.
responsibly, but you don't give a 12-year-old
He's a musician.
access
What's
to
his
speak
name?
To
What's his
strange.
name?
I don't know.
Starts with a D.
I don't know.
I follow him.
I don't know.
Okay, go on.
Well, you just interrupted me.
Sorry, go.
Okay. When you give a 12-year-old access to media, to the internet, where you are supposed to talk to strangers and older men and things like that, it is not good.
Oh, there's older men on there?
That's why I got flashed.
Oh, no. Was that like a... Oh, that's terrible. Why were you on that?
Because Sophia and I would do it when we were 12 because she had a laptop and I didn't. So I would go to her house and have sleepovers in middle school, and we'd go on Omegle and we'd meet people all the time.
Oh my gosh, I'm a terrible mother.
Everyone did it. Never.
Please be careful. Watch your kids. If they're on Omegle, it's serious. You have to be 18. Watch your kids.
I don't know if you have to be 18, but you have to be old enough to go on the site.
Okay. I don't care how old you are. You're not old enough.
Never have I ever gotten kicked out of a pub, bar, or club. Nope.
Never? You've never been kicked out? I have.
Oh, I've never.
I have. I've been kicked out of a club once.
I don't think I've ever been kicked out of a club or a bar or anything.
I got kicked out of a club because I was talking to a guy at the bar who came over to me, and I was young, and he came over to have a conversation, and a girl, I guess, I don't know if it was an ex-girlfriend or somebody that he had been with the week before, got really mad that he was talking to me. And instead of getting mad at him, which is what should have happened, she came over and started a fight with me. And I was like, listen, he's yours. Like, I don't even know this guy. And she was screaming, flipping out, saying she was going to beat me up. And the bouncer came and kicked us both out. And I said, it wasn't me. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
It didn't matter. So we both got kicked out. And I was embarrassed. It's the only thing I've ever been kicked out of.
Yeah.
I've been kicked out of a job, though. I've been fired. Does that count?
No. A pub, bar, or
sorry.
club. No,
Okay.
I've never been kicked
Felt
out.
like a club. Oh, I was kicked out of Brownie Camp.
Oh, God, that doesn't count. We don't need to talk about brownie camp.
I know. I talk about it all the time. Oh, never have I ever fancied my friend's brother. Come on. We all have.
None of my friends have brothers.
None of your friends have brothers?
No.
Really?
Laura's an only child.
Yeah.
Maggie has siblings who I've only met one of her siblings, and it's her sister. Maddie has a sister. Dash is an only child. I've never. None of my friends have brothers. Oh, Bella. Not Bella.
Bella's brother's cute.
Bella's brother looks just like Bella.
Oh yeah, he does.
Bella's brother. I do love Bella's brother, but
I love. He's adorable.
he's very nice.
Isn't he
He works
big on
on Blog TO.
Yeah, he works on Blog TO.
Yeah.
He's a cutie. He's got a girlfriend.
He also looks just like Bella.
They're brother and sister.
Yeah, it's weird.
But everybody everybody has a friend that have a brother, and you kind of think he's cute, older brother.
I like Bella's. Never mind, I'm not saying that.
Bella's who?
No, nothing.
What? Her dad?
No!
Because her dad's cute.
I was going to say Bella's brother's friends.
Oh.
But then I realized I don't want Bella's brother's friends to see this and think, which friend?
Okay.
Not her dad, you weirdo. I have never.
Thank goodness.
I've never.
Okay, so
That's
you've never.
weird.
But
Brianna has a sister. Ava and Mia have.
one of your friends, have any of your friends liked your
Yes.
brother?
Yeah, a lot of my friends have liked Jackson. Sucks. It sucks. I don't even want to talk about
Yeah,
it.
there's been some problems there, hasn't there? We won't get into that on the podcast, but it bothers you, doesn't it?
Not if I know about it, but when I see them sneaking in my driveway, then it's bothering me.
You be sneaking at the driveway into the side of the house?
Yeah. That's when it bothers me.
Does it? You just want to know. You want to be in the loop about those things, right?
Yeah. I don't care if my friends. You can date my brother.
Okay.
My turn.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Never have I ever used the men's toilet because the ladies' line was too long. I have.
Absolutely, I have.
I used to go to Jackson's hockey games with Dad, and I'd have to go in with him.
Yeah,
And it sucked.
you have. I think a lot of women have done that.
Who cares?
It's really hard. You go to a concert, you go to a sporting event, and you see the men's lineup, and it is very short. There is no lineup, and the women's lineup could be half an hour.
My school's gender neutral.
Yeah, it is. Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yeah, you can go to any bathroom that like there's no gender.
That's right. So when you went to high school, you went to Malvern, and yeah, I didn't know that until I went to see you at a concert, and I was like, "Hey, wait a minute, what's going on here?"
Let's pause.
What?
My school. I'm talking about the school I'm in right now.
Oh, but Malvern did it too, right? Malvern,
Yeah.
right?
No, I'm talking about my school now.
Oh, sorry.
That I'm in now, not high school 3 years ago.
I know, but it's pretty cool that 3 years ago they had that at your high school.
No, I am talking about that Randolph is only gender neutral. There's no women or men. There is no option. It's only gender neutral. Every bathroom is for any gender.
So is it like a stall where you can see underneath?
Yeah.
So I want to ask a question. Is it a little uncomfortable when you have to
No.
go number 2?
No.
No? Okay.
No one cares.
Okay.
Not at Randolph.
Okay.
It's the most inclusive space.
I mean,
ever.
it's very bad for you to hold that in, but a lot of people don't do that in a public bathroom.
We're on a totally different topic.
Okay.
We have used men's bathrooms.
Yes.
Your turn.
Never have I ever sent a nude photo to someone.
You go first.
I have never. Not even to your father. Have I ever sent you a nude photo? No, I've never done that. I'm too afraid that if it's on your phone, somebody could break into your phone and take the photo. So,
well, I sent Tasha and Maddie. We have a group chat and we always joke by sending pictures.
again with the girlfriends, you're sending nude photos.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Well, they send it back. It's like tit for tat.
So to speak.
Yeah. Or like we'll go to the bathroom, we'll go to the parties and we'll go to the bathroom and we'll send each other photos as jokes.
I don't even think I've sent a
I think I
sexy
have
photo
too
to your
much
father.
I don't need to know that.
Well, I'm just saying I don't
You
think I
said
ever
that
have.
like it was a problem and I don't like the way that you stated it.
Well, I'm thinking of doing it right now. Tonight. I don't know. I'm definitely sending them to my girlfriends though.
Yeah, send them to Tracy.
I'll see what Tracy
Don't send
says.
it to Aunt Sandra.
My sister?
I don't know. You're really close with your sister.
I'm going to send one to my friend Tracy and see what she
Do
says.
it. No contacts and say, what do you think?
What am I showing?
Say, does this look edited?
I actually have a nude on my phone right now. It's not on purpose. It's because I was doing a TikTok and then your father was too busy to shoot something for me. So I had to shoot it for myself in the shower because I was doing something with my hair and I was doing a selfie. And then when I looked back at it, you could see
You could
everything.
have worn a bathing suit.
I could have. Then I would have had to look for a bathing suit. I was just trying to crop those parts out and then I didn't do a very good job. So obviously I didn't post those parts, but I might send them to some people.
Never have I ever skinny dipped.
I absolutely have skinny dipped.
Me too.
Yeah.
I skinny dipped because they made me do you remember Adventure Valley where I went to the sleepover camp for 3 nights?
You mean when you were a child?
Yeah, they made you skinny dip to shower.
To shower. Oh, you have a problem with that though.
I did have a problem and they made everyone go in naked.
Oh no.
And then one kid went in. This is why everyone likes sleepover camp. I went for 3 days and I cried and came home. I'll never go back. A girl went in.
Sleepover camp. No?
Everybody at camp skinny dipped. And then we all ran around naked around the camp. It was awful.
Yeah, because that's a problem for you. Georgia was a professional dancer, and when you had to change between each number, like you had 13 dance numbers, it was a very quick change. You had to get in, change it to another outfit, and then get on stage. And it was a real problem because you didn't want to change in front of everyone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nobody cares. Just like, and I had to buy you this tent thing that you put over your head, and it was like a tent.
Yeah.
And then you changed underneath the tent. And it was like,
You can't see my body naked for free. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Only special people can see me naked. And it's all my friends who I send naked pictures to.
So everybody wants to be George's friend now. Yeah. And I'm just starting.
You're my friend. You not only get the presence of me, you get free naked photos. So.
And I'm just starting now with the naked photos. Probably not a good time in my 50s. I should have started a lot younger. Okay, thanks for listening to the Mother-Daughter Date podcast. This has been fun.
Bye.
Bye-bye.